Hey, there's one person. Tiny Elvis. Who is online. So there
That's
you have the
probably
information.
Parcher.
Could be.
Tiny Elvis.
Tiny
I think
Elvis.
he's from Memphis, isn't he?
He might be.
I don't know.
All right, Merlin, what else are we going to talk about here as we possibly await the fictional phone calls? They sometimes come in. Goose normally calls us, but Goose, you're in the war room. So if you call us, that's going to be a little weird.
Yes. I'll probably sound better than what I do on this.
That'd be a
Hey,
little
Goose,
strange.
let me ask you this. You know, we've got you here. You're with the birds.
I am.
What's going on with the birds right here? You haven't played the last week 3 game yet, right? Versus Pew Pew. Have you guys got a time lined up for that game?
Based on what I can tell on the Birds Facebook page, there's a big debate between both teams on when to play.
Okay.
There's a possibility of Pew Pew using their wild card. So yeah, I think they're just trying to get. Yeah, I think they're just trying to get a day where everybody can play. So yeah, that's all the info I got. Gut would have more info on it than I would, but he's MIA.
Yeah. Yeah, you said you've been out pretty busy. I mean, if you look at Group 4 over here, the Birds are just doing a fantastic job. You guys are probably going to go into the playoffs over here. All you need to do is take one victory from Team Pew Pew, and that's going to put you ahead of Crossbreed in the points. Actually, you only need to tie them. If you tie Pew Pew, that puts the Birds in the number 2 position.
It looks like they're doing great now that I'm not playing.
is that what the problem was?
I honestly I don't know. Caffeine Wags. He's the team captain of the Birds. He's been giving me a lot of grief because I haven't been around. Looks like we assembled a pretty good crew, and they're giving everybody a run for their money.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys go ahead and banter. I'm going to pull up an Axoscope poll here for Turbo Terror versus Rusty. Give you guys a chance to vote. The phone lines are ringing off the hook. I think I intimidate people. I think I do, Sable. They're scared to talk to me. I don't bite.
You're a terrifying guy.
Visage of evil.
They're scared of the dark side. You started off the feed with Star Wars, and now they want to talk to you.
And you're on cast in a full Nazi get-up.
Yeah.
You know, what could be more friendly than this?
Is there something that you're not telling us?
Yes. I guess the Germans did not really inspire fuzzy, warm feelings in World War II, did they?
No, I guess not.
I don't think that was what they were going for, if I'm honest.
Let's see.
Well, looking at Group 3 while Warwick puts the straw poll together, we've got 4 teams in Group 3 over here. That's KIH sitting in the number 1 position right now, followed by Cave, Rusty sitting at number 3, and Turbo Terror, unfortunately, number 4 with 0 points, total match score 0-8. They haven't even scored a single point so far. Cave and Rusty, that's been very interesting watching these two because they have played once. In fact, I think we casted them on Beach and Ice. They tied. One of the first and only ties you will ever see in Return to Castle Wolfenstein. That was a 1-1 game over there. And then we've already seen Rusty in a surprisingly strong game against the powerhouses of KIH, scoring 2-1. Yes, it was a loss, but I think everybody expected a 3-1, maybe 4-0 game over there just because it's KIH. Rusty held them off very, very well, scoring only 2-1. We've yet to see Cave play against those guys. So really, it comes down to this game, and then later on the Week 3 game of Cave versus KIH, and the performance of Rusty in this could very well determine their position in the playoffs, whether they get that number 2 position going into the playoffs or they're stuck in number 3 in the consolation bracket over here. A lot of open questions. Between the two, they're very equally matched, Merlinator. Who do you think is getting the playoff spot?
Between Rusty and Cave?
Yeah.
It's going to be really hard. Cave have to... I'm not sure exactly how it works in terms of the point system, but I think if Cave Rusty win 4-0 today, let's just say they win 4-0 today. That's what they really should aim for, because they need every round they can get a hold of.
Yeah.
So then they'll be on equal points with Cave, and they'll have 6 rounds won, 3 rounds lost.
Yeah.
So Cave can still lose and finish second as long as they win 1 round.
They have to do well.
They only have. I think if they win 1 round, it's down to rounds lost. I'm not 100% on this though. So effectively, Cave can win 1 round and still go through.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Yeah, I think. I think we're all.
They could go to a decider again. Like Cave and Rusty might have to play off if everything's the same. Like they would have to have a game just to see who goes through. That could be pretty funny.
Right. Yeah, and in fact, that very well could happen. I know we're all expecting Rusty and Turbo Terror probably to get 4-0. For Rusty, they kind of need to have it. This isn't so much a game we're preparing to watch between Rusty and Turbo Terror. It's more of a game that's going to help decide the fate of Rusty and Cave over here.
Yeah.
They're going to want every single point they possibly can, because if Cave, who did in fact tie Rusty, they're very equal teams over here, if Cave can pull an amazing game against KIH, it's going to come down to match points, and Rusty can't afford to give up a single one over here tonight.
Kevin is saying
it's going to be really, really interesting. These guys are going to be taking names.
If Cave wins 1 round and Rusty wins 4-0, we'll have to play a decider. So a lot is on the line tonight here. We'll take a look once again at the Axoscope poll. And for those of you who have voted and weighed in, it looks like Rusty is favored here to win with a margin of 75 to 25%.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. That's what I'm expecting. The real question is, can Turbo Terror take a single point from Rusty? If that happens, that is going to hurt so badly, because it could cost them the whole playoff position over here. Looking at Games TV, the odds are overwhelmingly stacked in favor of Rusty. The betting odds are 1.19. Rusty, 27.34 for Turbo Terror. So yeah, if you bet money on Turbo Terror and they win, you're doing pretty good.
Where is it?
See, Bully's saying that Turbo doesn't have enough play.
It's Turbo Terror and Cave. Well, there you go. I have a hard time multitasking.
Yeah, Rusty's saying that it's not going to happen.
All right, what's up, Goose?
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you look at chat, Rusty's saying, I'm sorry, Bully's saying that Rusty versus Turbo Terror not happening.
Oh, wow.
Well, there you have it. Scratch that one off.
So Turbo Terror can't field a full roster. I'm looking at Games TV. They only have 5 people listed. That's SR, Olden, Nizu, Sapiri, Foki, and I know I'm butchering your name right there.
So it looks like Mini
no sixth
might get his wish of Raw versus Elite. Merlin, I think we can probably make that happen. I think maybe somebody's pulling the strings in the background.
I guess so.
Yeah. Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Lot blind, you make a good point, my friend. Holding on to old past wounds from 10 years ago is probably not a good idea, right? Yeah. Moving on, I mean, esports has changed so much since the early days. Sorry to segue back into that. I'm just kind of reading your comments here as we go. So we are going to try to get Elite versus Raw. It's going to be played here in just a moment. And let's get the server and password information, and we will head directly into that game here tonight.
Beautiful. Well, let's look over at group number 1 now, since we are going to be covering this over here. Right now, group 1 is kind of lagging behind over here. We've got all the week 1 matches played so far. Week 3 has yet to be played at all. Week 2, we've only seen the Elite versus IT game. Obviously, we know there's a lot of drama going on with Raw versus IDGAF. IDGAF used their wild card to push the match back, and from what I'm understanding, there's some more issues with scheduling, so there's kind of no idea when that one's going to be lined up. Of course, IDGAF, we all know that is Zed's team, so there's a little bit of bad blood from the Legacy Cup over there between Team Raw and Zed. It's a grudge match we've been asked not to cover, partially because of all the drama over there. So unfortunately, you won't see that on Warwitch TV. We're just waiting on the results. That being said, so far, you've got a 3-way tie for the number 1 position in terms of points awarded. IT, IDGAF, and Raw all sitting up on top. IT has the number 1 spot due to total of 5 points won in their matches. That doesn't necessarily mean they're on top. They are the only team that went and finished up week number 2, so they're 1 game ahead over here. Well, I think we're all expecting Team Raw to take the number 1 position, followed by IT. Raw v Elite, as Merlinator said, it's pretty much expected to go 4-0. But again, Elite can really hurt Raw. Elite's not going to be able to make it into the playoffs at all, but they can really hurt Raw by maybe trying to take a point from this powerhouse team that could possibly drop them to the number 2 position over here. And of course, if they were to somehow get a win from this team, it could change the standings and allow IT or IDGAF a shot of making it into the playoffs over here. I don't know, it's just...
You have a commanding grasp of the brackets, Sabo. I'm very glad you're here.
I study them.
You obsess.
I study them.
When you're flying between continents on your aircraft, instead of flying the plane, which is on
my Barbie
autopilot,
jet.
Yeah, you're studying the brackets and mapping out every possible path.
Every possible outcome. This is a really interesting tournament, though, because one soldier's not playing. Raw isn't what it used to be because of the split with FaZe, and there really is no clear winner over here. So even so far, week 2, week 3 of the group stage, we're seeing a lot of change and movement in the brackets. In a lot of cases, it's still anybody's game. So, it's exciting. It's going to be awesome. So we're gearing up right now for Raw versus Elite. I think we're getting the server information. I'm going to try and set up the war rooms for you. So I'm going to step away, Warwitch, hand it over to you, and we'll see what we got.
All right, I think Bully's passed us the information on probably there it is. Yeah, he's got all the information in the MG42 crew. So look that up there. There's the server. Well, thank you, Bully. That's very useful.
And if one of you guys can put it in your comment, the server on Ventrilo, that would help.
Yeah. Just like magic. All right, so we're going to get some War Room information locked in for you. Give you guys a chance, as always, to dial in, crack the access code, and take a listen. We're going to hop in server. So Merlin, let me hand this to you, because I cannot multitask. So back to you, Commander. I'll let you banter with Goose here a bit. We'll hop in and get ready for Raw versus Elite coming up here in a moment. Merlin AFK. Hi, Goose.
Hi.
You're my savior, buddy.
I was just having random thoughts of bantering gooses. I haven't really followed the tournament much. But,
where have you been?
Work, man. Work's killing me. Saving people, cats, and trees, that kind of thing.
You're a fireman, aren't you? That's my guess.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't give a fire truck as my full support.
Nice. All right, we are in server. And it looks like things are looking good. We got the classic black versus white Raw roster gearing up here against Elite. We'll be having a knife fight here in a moment, which will determine map elimination. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see Ice and Frostbite against Sabo. Let me update the starboard, the scoreboard.
I'm not so sure. I'm kind of halfway expecting to see Beach and Ice based on prior map choices from these teams over here. But yeah, you're right. It's kind of up in the air. It really, I don't think it matters so much to Raw because Raw is on fire. They're expected to win. They are these huge powerhouses that almost had a chance at winning Legacy Cup and Anniversary Cup.
Right.
Previously, they could have taken it from one soldier. So, yeah, I think they're going to play it nice and easy. It's really the strategy, the tactics is going to come down to which maps do you really want to eliminate Team Elite. Make sure you understand your enemy, know what Raw can do, and take away their strengths, because they don't really have many weaknesses now, do they? Take away their strengths. Merlinator, suppose you're on Team Elite. Actually, he might not be around. Suppose you're on Team Elite, and
I am.
Ah, he's here. Okay, say you're on Team Elite. You are the unfavored team to win. You are up against Team Raw, unbeatable. What maps do you want to eliminate?
Well, Raw are quite known for only having quite a small map pool, and it just depends if Elite know this or not. And the 3 maps I would potentially try and get out if I could get out.
I think
Ice, Frost, and
I think Merlin,
Beach.
that right there, that comment is part of the gulf between you and that team. That is one of their biggest complaints about you, is that you have that critique of them, that they can only play a couple maps in the map pool. So they disagree with that. I know that wholeheartly.
Okay, but we'll see what they eliminate.
Okay, so we'll see if you're proven right.
From playing against these guys for a long time and in practices, all they'd ever practice was Ice and Frost, Ice and Frost, Ice and Frost. That's it. And they'd never practice base, they'd never practice assault. And then they got into a period of practicing other maps. Didn't go so well, and then they went back to Ice Frost, Ice Frost, Ice Frost.
Okay.
And you can do that. I mean, it's fine, but it's up to them.
We'll find out. I mean, that in and of itself is a story that will be determined here in a moment. I'm glad to have you guys here. Welcome to the Axis Army. Walwich on the mic. We've got Sabo. It looks like he may have stepped away. Merlin is here as well, of One Soldier fame, as well as Lieutenant Goose checking in after 9 years in the field. There's Storm in channel. Hi, Storm. You must be in Azeroth here tonight. He's probably raiding, but joining us in channel to enjoy the show. Let's take a look here at the rosters for you. Classic lineup here. Bully, Karma, Player, Fro, Mirage, and Oba. I know I lovingly tease him, Merlin, and I learned it from you when I say pulling a Fro with the Panzer. It's out of love.
By the way, the server is full. I cannot get in.
Okay.
Oh, I will leave.
No, we'll get one of the admins to leave. Only one of them needs to be here.
And then for Elite, Fantasy, WLF, how do you pronounce that? H2O Nero, okay. Mini, there's Mini. RWJZ, is that short for something?
A spot should open up now, Sabo.
Excellent.
So Merlin, help me break
For
down
which
these.
I have to stay away for a moment.
Sure.
And hack into the war room of Team Elite over here.
Help me out with the names here, Merlin. WLF for Team Elite. Call him Wolf?
WLL, I guess Wolf.
That's my guess. WLF.
The problem with this team as well is I've not heard of any of these players because they're from 1.0.
And then
Some of these players will just be like their
RWJZ.
first
So we'll just call
cup
him.
ever in 1.4. No, his name on the Games TV thing is just WLF as well.
I would call him Wolf.
Yeah, I probably would do as well.
Hey, Merle, was it R_auto action?
Yep.
CG, I think.
CG, sorry, CG. Is that for
That would be
demos?
a problem. Yeah.
Can't spell. Welcome. This is gripping stuff. Behind the scenes of the accent. How do I spell it? How do I say your name, guys? That's exciting stuff. Let's see what he says. They don't even know. H2O is like, we have no idea. What do you call him on comms? UFO. You crazy people. All right, we're going to be starting the knife fight here in a moment. Well, If you...
My fight's died already.
Okay, well, there you have it. In-game. Just like that. Fantasy locking horns with Bully. And well, who came out on top there? All right, looks like Fantasy came out on top.
That was not expected.
As well.
It's a complimentary tea bag to go with.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get you back in the spirit of the game. I know we've been kind of languishing here, getting our tanks in a row, as it were. But now comes the elimination for you. Welcome to Raw versus Elite. The knife fight has happened. Undramatically, Bully has fallen. I believe it was Bully. Yes, and Fantasy took the kills. So now, in maps, Beach, Base, Ice, Assault, Frostbite, and Village. Let us see. Okay, Assault's going to be out, so no surprise there, Sabo.
No, not at all. Assault, I mean, it's not favored, especially by the European teams over here. Frostbite's out. That's very, very early on.
Okay.
Base is the next one out, says Bully. Again, very expected. I'm telling you, it's going to be Beach and Ice right here. We're waiting on one more map to be eliminated.
Ice and Village, maybe?
And what's it going to be?
Yep.
Ice.
So you're right. You're right.
So the maps tonight
Beach and Village
are going to be Beach and Village.
I can live
Not
with that.
Beach and Ice, but Beach and Village.
I can live with
okay,
that.
that works.
Okay. Classic maps. Let's do it. And it looks like we're going to start here on MP Beach. You don't need my introduction to the best multiplayer map that's ever been made, Goose.
I'm more of a sub fan. I'm burnt out on Beach.
But you have to admit that Beach has it's got to have a place in your heart.
We've seen it a lot.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great map for comp. It's really good for casting as well. I mean, some of your epic casts have been on Beach.
My first ever for Battle on Das Beachhead, I vaguely remember the teams. It's on the tip of my tongue. My first ever shoutcast for Return to Castle Wolfenstein took place on Beach. And very different. That's actually long before I invented the whole Axis shoutcaster. I had come straight from Tribes, and so I shoutcasted the game in a very different way. So I go back and listen to it, and I kind of cringe. I'm also a little more stiff. I've loosened up.
You've loosened up. Yeah, I remember when I saw you at QuakeCon, and you're the one, you had a mic basically just like this. This is what we had at QuakeCon, essentially. And you're like all over the place, just totally loose, like dancing around the microphone. It was great.
Yeah.
Too bad we didn't have video back then.
Yeah, I was a freak. I've calmed down a bit.
You're a freak.
Since
Calm
the good
down
old
a little
days. Yeah. All right, so Berserk in channel, he's confused. Well, Berserk, welcome. We're doing a little Return to Castle Wolfenstein tonight, a 10-year-old game. Axis versus Allies. I'm El What's your Axis Shoutcaster. Sabo's with me on the mic. We've got Goose and Merlin. Have a seat and join the show. It's a fantastic game. What's up? Kicked? Sabo?
No.
Hi, Fast.
As I said, we've got. There we go. We've got all sorts of wacky stuff going on with my computers over here, but
yeah, your Skype just changed dramatically. You're way out of frame now.
Yes. Wirecast just decided to shut down, but I got good news. I've got War Rooms locked in. It took some doing, but I've hacked into Team Raw. I've hacked into Team Elite, so we'll be able to listen to these guys in server, hopefully. And yeah, my webcam's changed, and that's just the way it's going to stay from now on because things happen automatically with my computer. Warwitch. We're on Beach and waiting on a few players to ready up. Team Raw versus Team Elite. I think we all know what's likely going to happen. The question is, can Elite surprise us?
It's going to be tough for Elite here tonight, Merlin. They really have their work cut out for them. Raw is a powerhouse squad. They have a lot to prove. They have certainly had a really bumpy road, as it were, in the last two cups that we've talked enough about here tonight. We're going to erase that, and it's their chance to shine, to show what they have, and to push all the way through. They want to win the grand prize and show the world exactly what they're made of here. They're going to be squaring off against Elite, who have got themselves, well, chair dancing here. have got themselves a quite the path ahead. Go ahead.
Here we go. Oh, we're just about to start, so I'll leave it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, soldiers and soldats, welcome to Return to Castle Wolfenstein tonight. Ed Woolwich on the mic with Sabo. We've got Gut, we've got Merlin, and the game is underway. Raw, incoming push, up the beach.
Wow. Tracking
Bully. Here we go, Sabo on the comms. Take it away, Commander. Go.
All right, well, we got a 3-engineer push going on. It's Team Raw on offensive over here. Lineup is Bully, Karma, Playa, Fro, Mirage, and Lagerer. I don't know who Lagerer is over there.
Oh, nice
That's,
support fire.
Neither here nor there. Merlin, what do you see?
You saw a double airstrike from Wolf there. A lot of Raw getting out for full spawn. They haven't got this plant down on the door very quickly.
A little surprising, actually.
Yep.
For Team Raw, you'd expect them to run up here, absolutely no problem. But look at this Merlinator. You've got two medics over here, Lager and who is it, Karma, standing guard, holding on to the door area. All they have to do is get one engineer up, and they've got it. There's the yellow light. Oh, Panzer almost shuts this guy down. Bully engineer's going to get the red light on the left side, and now the map is opened up. Not going to see Raw languishing on the beach at all today.
Okay, 6:46 here on the clock, and here is a wall boost. Playa up and over.
Oh, they got it. They got
Lager is already there, so they've got it. Solid incoming roll.
Yeah.
And here's the charge. They're splitting. I mean, they're everywhere. They're swarming the base, and we have... Well, who got kicked? I thought it was you, Sabo.
That was someone who shouldn't even be
nobody
expecting.
playing now.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Merlin, a very decisive roll. Here comes Raw, here's Bully, once again. And they do not appear to be daunted at all. Charging in, a little blitzkrieg action here on the back stairs.
You see, the thing about being the team that should win this game 4-0 is if you mess up once, you know, you're questioned over it. And whenever I used to play teams which you would be assumed to actually win quite easily. Here we go. I mean,
all right, nice.
Oh, there it is.
Shut down.
That
might have been a little overconfident there.
Jay-Z.
Yeah, we'll call him Jay-Z. Got the kill on that one. So Sabo shuts him down, but here comes Raw. Undaunted, bounding in.
Yeah, they're coming down short over here. Karma's alive. He's a medic. He's going to revive Mirage. I think Bully probably should have waited a little while before
setting up
documents. There we go. Up the radio stairs. Goose, what do you see?
Fro just vaped himself in a one-man pan. He's setting up for the
Easy. Look at that. Look at that.
There you have it, 245. I actually caught it. Fro loves to blast his feet. 245 regardless for Team Raw here right now. We're going to do a little war room coverage for Elite in just a moment to see how they respond to that time. Here are the scores. Goose, go ahead and break them down.
You caught me off guard.
Caught you with your pants down. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. It looks like you got Team Raw on top with 21 total kills versus Elite's 8. They're more effective. Actually, Raw is giving less than Elite as well. Elite with 5 to Raw's 3.
Those are the sort of stats you normally see on a defending team in terms of kills. Raw getting a lot of kills in there. Pretty much just rolled over the defense.
Yeah. All right, as promised, Sabo. We're going to head into the war room. Team Elite, I know Bully wants to hear them. We'll crack the code and dial in as they take the Allied push. They've got 2-4-3.
3 LTs and
Here we go.
It's always in the start, man.
Do the breach, Myth.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
I'll just
They got sniper.
Probably NG door. Soonish.
And
I don't know.
They put FFV on the antenna.
Yeah, that's them.
Oh. Planting now.
Oh, we're gonna...
FFV in trenches.
I missed the plan.
Lager wins
Nice
the
one,
award
nice
for the
one.
longest wolf name in history.
Oui.
Going for the bunker door.
Oh,
Nah.
good man.
Dialing in now.
My ammo, bro.
Why is he not there? Spawn 59 or 0.
Go on the beach, guys. Go.
Yeah, I'm here.
One NG at the door,
Oh,
he's below.
sorry.
But they have snipe.
Yeah, I'll get him.
One NG is down at forward.
Time is
Sniper
running
down.
out and taking shots from all sides, and
59,
Raw
huh?
getting aggressive here on the
Yeah,
beach.
59 or 30.
No dynamite
God,
planted
here
yet
comes
at
Bully.
all, Warwick.
No, they don't.
Oh,
They don't
avert
fly
your
off.
eyes.
Take it. Am I hit? Oh, fuck.
They didn't. You failed, Bully.
Was it 29 then?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Look, Foley said 29 or 30.
What was
You
it?
should never believe throw.
What
We
was
have
it?
a few on the beach. Coming forward the plants.
Pick up.
Ready, Damo.
1 minute left.
1 minute warning now in effect. Tracking
Alright,
playa.
58.
Surprised he's not on the MG
58. See?
for kicks.
Pucker pro.
Fantasy right there says long range Panzer, that's what
Panzer.
you kid.
Die, bitch.
Here's Fro sniping. Couple nice shots.
Die.
Nice solo.
So this, as we head out of War Room, is definitely going to be a wash. Merlin 1-0 right now in favor of Raw.
Yeah, I think that's what everyone would have expected. A couple of people one's gone up to upper base. If he had a little bit more time on his hands, he's going down backstairs. He
Yeah.
just doesn't have enough time. But yeah, I think everyone expected this. To be honest, he might have enough time. He's got no time as well.
Lilson and Channel Sabo saying we're going to have an 8-minute beach party next round. So everybody grab your Mai Tais, get yourself a beach towel, find yourself a spot behind a bunker.
That's about it.
And get ready, because that is it. 1-0 in favor now of Team Raw. And, well, Sabo, not a lot to be excited about there, I guess.
No, not too much over there. I mean, let's look at the scores report at the end of the first round. It is now 1-0 in favor of Team Raw, as expected. Raw set the clock 2:45 on the clock. Elite could not do it. And kills, look at this. Raw easily doubling the total kills for Team Elite, 47 about 22. Damage given's 8,000 to 5.6. And really the big problem there is the fact that Elite was out-sniped and outgunned on the beachhead. They just couldn't even get off the beach in the short amount of time. And Merlinator, I mean, if you can't get off the beach, you're not going to be able to get those documents at all.
Yeah,
What
I
can
think
you do?
that, that as allied team, the best chance you've got of planting the wall is your first push. Because
Yep.
you get like a 2 or 3 second advantage to get to the wall with a bit of cover. They got the plant on the wall, but just couldn't get the door down, and pretty much very similar to what happened to Raw, in that they were just killed off for the respawn. But unfortunately,
There you have
they
it.
can take control of it, and that was it.
All right, well, this could be a very long 8 minutes. So strap yourselves in. I'm pacing myself here tonight, Sabo, because we have another game coming up. So if you're noticing not a lot of
Yes, we
Shazams
do.
are being dropped, we're saving our energy for the matches ahead.
Team Phase versus Unity will be coming up in the near future, right after this game, and I think this one's going to be relatively quick. Obviously, we're all expecting a full 8-minute full hold on the part of Team
good,
Raw
Spectre.
over here on defense. But I tell you what, Elite, they're not doing bad. They got a red light over here on the right-hand side. That's a little faster than last time on offense. Still waiting on somebody for Team Elite to plant the dynamite on the left. Looks like H2O is going to be the engineer, making his way forward. And tosses. Flyers out.
Yeah, he's got it.
And there's the red light. Very quick, very easy. 7:10 on the clock. They're doing a nice job of actually making some progress. We might see some dot grabs, and we might actually see a good time on the part of Team Elite based on the way they're playing the early beach phase of this map right now. Nice Panzerfaust too. Look at that.
So hang tight. We're going to give a quick shout out, I think I'm pronouncing it right, to Art Czar. Welcome to the Axis Army. Following our shoutcast here, following Warwitch TV. Thank you very much for your support.
That's my brother, All-Star.
I think that must be him. He pronounced it has it written down wrong, so tell your brother thank you for finally following after a year and a
Get
half.
his name right.
Spell your name right.
Why? Spell your name right. Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering if it was Art Star or Art Czar, somebody I hadn't heard of yet. So there we have it.
It's the Arkansas.
Damn Europeans. Your crazy names. All right, here's what
Well, we've
We're
yet
not
to
European. We're not European.
Oh, really?
British.
I'm
No,
sorry.
British. There's a difference.
I didn't know
Warwick.
that.
They're on an island. They're
European,
separate.
I thought Europe just covered a broad
Well.
swath of everywhere that wasn't here.
Oh man.
Nice. 2-man
This is
Panzer
interesting, Warwick. That was Karma with the Panzer kill over there. But the big news over here is the fact that Elite, they moved forward, they grabbed the flag, they came off of a fresh spawn at the flag over there when the push was pretty much annihilated by Karma's Panzer. Not a big deal though, because they hold the flag, or they did. Here comes a big push. Fro Soldat is going to run in, grab that forward spawn flag, and reset the push for Team Elite. The question is anybody left alive? No, they're all tapped out back at the beach. Bad news. They had a solid push, Warwick, but 3-man axis push, grab the flag over there, shut them down.
Goose, it's kind of like watching Saving Private Ryan here from the Eyes of the Axis. They're just having a shooting spree down there.
Yeah, it's really tough when you get stuck on the beach. I can only imagine Elite's frustration right now. I've been there myself numerous times.
Oh yeah.
The beach is a tough map, you know. If you can't get the flag and get up on upper
They
base.
snuck the flag, but
Very nice move. They grabbed the flag. It looked like it was right on with the spawn timer for Team Elite over here. Looks like Nero is going to be stuck inside. He's just being pinned down over here, waiting on the spawn timer. Just a few more seconds. He's going to be able to hold it, though. I don't think that's an issue at all. So we're going to see a full tap out, respawn. There it is. Elite, Allied forces. Stuck. They're not even pushing Warwick.
Somebody's body just... I love the mechanics of this game. Literally flew over the base. I don't know who that was, but it was awesome. Yeehaw! That's right, Darth Goon. Such a realistic game, Merlin. I love the mechanics of Zero-G Wolf.
It's pretty funny. So they respawn on the beach. I think it's mainly going to be a battle for the flag.
It's bad
in this game.
Well,
we're going to take it kind of, you know, like I said, we're going to be a little more relaxed about it because of the situation here at hand. We have another new viewer in channel, Mouse Star. Welcome, asking the question, Sabo, do people still play this game? Stumbled across Warwick's TV just randomly here on Twitch. What? Yes, people still do. The few, the proud.
Taking a look at the Top Shots statistics over here just to see how things are breaking down. Battle of the Panzers. Interesting. Karma and Karma the Panzer for Team Raw and Fan the Panzer for Team Elite are tied. They both had five hits, 3 attacks for 166.7%. Panzer accuracy over here. So both Panzers very equally matched over here. Top Shots though, Elite is largely dominating from what I can see on my end over here. MP40 kills though. Look at Mirage. He's got the top number with about 30%. MP40 kills over only about 27%. Thompson kills for Elite. They're not doing a bad job for which.
Your aces.
If I take a look at the scores.
Statistical breakdown. Sabo, thank you.
Take a look at the scores, though. The kills really say it all.
We've got many.
The kills really say it all, don't they? It's 52 kills for Team Raw.
Base penetration, so this...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's waiting for the call. Let's head into the war room. Let's dial in. Let's take a listen to Elite Mini. Crack the code. Here we go.
No. One short. True? No, he's...
he's short. He's near the MG.
One flew, but not on.
Need help, Bully, then.
You know,
they're going to
if
find
they
out
could
he's
run
here.
it right now, there's nobody in the radio room.
I don't know what he's waiting for here, but
wide open.
Go on ammo pack. Or did you strike?
Now would be the time to do it. It's completely clear.
One long, I think.
He just doesn't know.
Fuck it off.
He's going to wait until very late. Oh, he's going to wait until the flag. That's probably a better situation. Wait until the flags get grabbed.
Maybe wait
because you know everybody's out on the beach.
Yeah, but if he does it before they all kill out, he's done for. They're spawning in 1 second.
Yeah.
He needs to wait like 15 seconds
man.
now.
Sabo Artstar is saying this is the Raw war room.
Find it back here.
Can you clarify?
This should not be the Raw War Room.
Okay. And communications elite. This should be elite.
Marriage, will I survive your RT? Let's try.
If he goes now, he's got it.
1 minute warning. He's got it.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it.
All right. Things just got interesting. Brandon Radio Stairs, race it up. Well done, Mini.
Oh, he's got it.
Inside Shazam. They didn't even see it coming. 7:10. Not the best time in the world, but it is a time. And I like the patience. I like the patience. 7:10. Now keep in mind here, Goose, that Raw can do it at 2:45. What?
Yeah. I think they should still win the round, in all honesty.
You know, compared to the last time, they've got a lot of time to work with. But that being said, you know, Elite just squeaked by. You know, even with the scores being in the shape they are, you have Raw 67 kills to Elite's 22. You know, patience paid off. It prevailed.
Pretty much.
I think a similar thing happened in the last cup.
Go ahead, Ron.
In the American divisions, I can't remember which team got boosted basically to backstairs, new backstairs, and they set a time against the now blatant disrespect team and got a round. I think it was actually to win a round. So.
You know, I was watching that last round from the perspective of Axis Spawn and the radio room over there. And here's the tragedy. I mean, they were being very, very smart by waiting. However, the radio room was completely unguarded for the entire amount of time. And at only one point did you see a single soldier spawn up top for the Axis forces. And he didn't even watch the radio room. He runs out towards the beach. I think they really could have set a slightly faster time if they wanted to be a little more aggressive. But hey, you know what? You got to play smart and do what you can with the information that you have. You got 7:10. That's the time to beat for Raw. Last time they did it in 2:45. It's probably going to be another point for Raw. We'll see.
Getting conflicting information here, Sabo, that those were Raw's communications. I don't know. You might want to check that.
I double-checked it. It's not.
All right. Well, let's dial into Raw now.
It definitely was them talking, though.
Really? I'm double-checking.
I know
Triple
their
check.
voices.
Well, flip it. It's all good. Sorry for the confusion. Communications malfunction. All right, let's. Well, I think we've had enough of Raw.
Who do you want?
We'll get to Elite here in a bit. We'll share that. Give them some love. So go ahead, Sabo. Fix. Thank you.
There we go. That's what happens when we color code over here. All right, Team Raw doing a fine job. They've already blown the seawall breach over here on the left-hand side. They're not doing the boosting tactic this time around. We got a solid little Elite defense inside. Now, Allied Forces 1, 2, 3 going to run in. Looks like Karma, followed by Bully Playout, grabbing the flag and straight forward. Bully Lieutenant's going to call an airstrike over here up top. Well, I thought so. Didn't see anything. Full tap out, and Raw is coming in on a slightly weaker push than we saw last time around, but no one is defending them at the top mid-level of the base. They're easily going to be able to make it down into the staircase. Man, this is ugly. And through short.
Elite had
they turn
three
around.
out full. And
yeah, they practically own
then they
the
lost
base.
2.
Here's Fro getting ready.
If you look by radio over here, you see Raw just dominating. Mini respawns. He doesn't stand a chance.
Damn it, Fro.
Oh.
Here's Bully with the objective.
All right.
Radio room is now owned by Mini. Look at this. Mini, one and only Axis soldier, standing by. Gets in a one-on-one with Mirage. Lieutenant Mirage takes him out.
Easily up. Inside, he's got it, and there it is. Beats the time without much fanfare at 2:13. Even faster this time.
Wow.
All right, Goose, go ahead, Commander. I'll update the score.
Well, it's you know, they had a lot of time to work with. Obviously, they didn't need getting it done in 2:13, which is a very good time for Beat. Let's see, they had 81 total kills for the end of the round on Beat to Elite's 30. And I mean, Raw doing good on Gibbs as well. You know, you're not actually getting kills unless you're getting Gibbs. So 19 Gibbs to Elite 6.
Raw looking very strong. And, okay, What's going on here?
Yeah, Raw is just on fire over here. Got 81 kills, 30 kills over there. Who's the #1 player for Mini? Looks like 11 kills for Mini over there. In fact, he was doing a really nice job up top, trying to hold on to the radio stairs as long as possible. He was just outnumbered, outgunned, as I think he was playing Lieutenant last time around. No health. I mean, if you don't have any health, you're not going to be able to mount a significant
He was a medic
defense.
when he was defending there. So
He was a medic at
he
that
only
point,
had
okay.
Yeah, he only had 30 rounds out of spawn. So
Oh, that's gonna. Yeah.
he had a battle with a medic, so he was pretty much screwed from the start.
I do that too.
All right. What's that?
Dance Nifa in channel, he keeps trying to tilt out. I do that too when I watch people play games. I'll try to control their stream.
Yes.
Yeah, it happens all the time. Mission accomplished. You are so immersed into the world of Wolf that you actually think you're controlling it. All right. Well, we're on MP Village. Classic map. Raw allies. Elite, the Axis, gonna push, and it is gonna get bloody, Merlin. You know what? We're gonna hang tight, though. Sabo, you've got the call, Commander. We'll get to Merlin here in a bit. Go ahead.
All right, well, let's go ahead and look at the offense, how that's stacking up. Team Raw is doing this, I think, the standard tactic over here. They're going to rush as fast as possible towards Tavern. Take a look at Bully. Here it comes, straight through. Inside, I'm not seeing a big Panzer fight over here at all, though. Strange.
I'm not seeing any Panzer.
Yeah.
There's
oh,
one.
Here it comes, finally. The Panzer comes in. I guess he was just far behind. Look at this, though. Normally you see just this massive firefight, and it takes push after push after push to take the Tavern. Raw has no problem. They get the flag, and it's like there's absolutely no resistance, no crossfire in the Tavern at all, and they're going to come streaming into the courtyard. Bully in command of the crypt. Do we have an engineer? That's the question, Warwich.
Well, it looks like we might have had an engineer there, but he could have been blown sky high. So far, the crypt is clear. But as you said, Raw truly demonstrating the elite German strat of Blitzkrieg here. This time, though, as the allies...
Look at the way Bully's playing.
Yeah, here comes Elite. Try to get some kind of control of the crypt.
Oh, man. That was great. I don't know if you guys were watching, but Bully over here, he comes up top, tosses his dynamite far away, and he lets Fro go over and arm the dynamite.
Oh!
Hiding in the corner. Oh my God! Look at
Hang
this.
tight, hang tight. All right, we've got one engineer.
Elite.
Come on, Wolf! Lean down, airstrike incoming, shuts him down. Crypt blown wide open, thrilling heroics, but cannot get it done.
He picked the wrong dynamite. That's the thing. If he picked the other one, I think he might have possibly had enough time to disarm it, but he picked the wrong one. That was great.
You have chosen
That's where
poorly,
planting two
Wolf.
dynamites really pays off.
You've chosen poorly.
Oh, man. But, you know, let's look at this. Team Raw over here, they were pushed back. Looks like Elite is going to wisely rotate away. They're going to give up those documents and set up the defense, the interception defense over here.
We will do Elite War Room here next round. I know we've been promising that this entire time, and we've continuously dialed into Raw, so Elite is going to get some love. Hang tight.
Look at this. No soldiers. No soldiers. No Panzer for Elite at all. It's a little strange. I mean, it's pretty typical to see a soldier sitting with a Panzer up in the bell tower. Instead, they're running 3 lieutenants. They want to do massive airstrikes with a little 3-man medic train over here. I guess that's the strategy. I don't know if that's going to work, Merlinator.
No, they've only got 2 alive at the moment, and only 1 at South Tower, 3 alive. It's down to H2O. If he manages to sneak here.
Tracking Fro.
I saw the dog sky.
Easy, easy. Walks it backwards inside and escapes. There you have it. Clock is set to 3:08 on
3:08.
Village.
That's
fast.
That's incredible. Well, what went wrong for the Elite defense right there, Merlinator? What did you see?
They didn't have anything in the Tavern. I would assume, I think the main difference is whenever I see 1.0 players come to 1.4 is everything's a fraction of a second slower for a 1.0 player. In strafes and getting out your packs, getting out your gun, throwing a nade at the right time, and it just all adds up. And getting to the Tavern takes 15, 20 seconds. But if you're going to take 17 to 25, they're going to be in already, and that's what happened. They were already halfway through the tavern, and they just got destroyed. They didn't even need Fro's Panzer shot. I mean, they just had guns in their faces, and it was just too easy. I think they got 1 kill. Elite in that first rush.
Yeah, that was very strange. It's very common to see the first push going straight towards the tavern. I think that's what everybody expects over there.
Right.
You use the Panzer, you clear out what you can, and then come rushing through with grenades and guns scattering about. That's the only chance you have to get through. In this case, Raw, it looked like they just went single file onesies and twosies, and there wasn't even a fight in the tavern. Now, it's Elite's turn. Let's see how this thing works out for them. They're going to be rocking it with... 4.
War room coverage for Elite, as promised.
Let's do it.
Here we go. I think we've
Let's
got the color
keep
code
your eyes
correct.
on H2O.
Here we go.
No, it doesn't really matter if we rush tavern. We were going to win this game, so...
Okay, maybe this is a good thing. Or not.
They dodged it.
H2O is trying to be sneaky, gets shut down now.
Alright, go, just go. Right, tap out, tap out.
Oh. Big camp coming up.
When there's only a few seconds left to spawn, like 10 seconds, you just need to rush tavern. Because if you die, it'll
Tracking
get
Fro,
spawn
he's
anyway.
heat-seeking missile, 2-man kill, Fantasy, and Jay-Z shut down. And Mirage is over here as well, so it's going to get real ugly. Maybe.
Mirage has their time.
With Mirage, here we go.
This guy can aim. Who's he? Oh wait, it's H2O.
And there he is, 2-man kill, H2O and Jay-Z shut down. Playing that position, Merlin, that I know you love to push on Village.
Yep. Someone on that team is constantly transmitting. It's annoying me. How is it not annoying them?
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
Let's head out of War Room. That's a benchable offense in one soldier. You're off the team. Quit transmitting. Slamming his mechanical keyboard. Face rolling it back and forth and hoping for the best. Coming up on the 1-minute warning here, Sabo, take us home.
That's extremely distracting right there. Oh man, Raw is moving forward to a massive spawn kill situation. I'm seeing Playa. I think that might have been Mirage up there, further up ahead. No lieutenants so far, but they're going straight. Oh, here comes Mirage. Lieutenant going to lay down the airstrike. I'm sure they've got the spawn timer. Elite. H2O spawning with a flamethrower. They know it's all over with 40 seconds. You're not going to see the mad spawn kill that I expected to see over here, but they just have absolutely no chance at this point. It's just playing for fun over here as they get ready to go into round number 4. Things are happening extremely fast.
I always love to see the flamer.
It's strange. That's what it is. Let's take a quick look at the scores as we are in garbage time over here. See what's going on. Again, we're all doubling the total kills for Team Elite over here and doubling the damage given. That's what we've been seeing all game. They've just been out-fragging and out-killing these guys. It doesn't even come down to strategies or tactics, really. It's just one-on-one firefighting thing. And Goose, I think the big problem is the fact that, yeah, you've got these guys Elite who are from 1.0. The game physics, the game engine runs just a little bit differently, so you're always going to be that much off, and it's really hurting them against a big pro team like Team Raw.
To follow up with what Merlin was saying, Merlinator, they're 1.0. They haven't even dipped into all the fancy strats and how fast 1.0 or 1.4 OSB is. I mean, like he said, they're behind. 3 minutes is a hard time to beat on Village.
Yes.
If you can at all.
Yeah.
And them not getting set up in Tavern just basically set the whole pace for the rest of the game.
Well,
I noticed in the first round on their attack. So go ahead.
Just officially going to be garbage time here. I mean, we've got Venoms out at this point, so we're going to just take it kind of easy. 3-0 is the score. It could officially be 3-1, but very likely going to be 4-0, and then we'll be heading over to Unity versus FaZe. Do we have a timetable on that one,
Merle,
Merlin?
check chat.
Prepare to fight.
I did message Groupphase just a second ago, and unfortunately their game against Unity has actually been cancelled for today.
Oh no.
Why?
Unfortunately, some of the Unity players were feeling tired. I think it's the general response, which is a bit of a cop-out.
Interesting.
We're tired.
A bit tired, you know.
This is war.
It's a bit sleepy.
This is World War
We're
II.
too tired to play the game.
We're tired. Do you tell General Patton that you're tired? Do you tell the Fuhrer that you're tired? You get out there and you fight. They're tired. Come on.
Eyes on H2O and Mini over here for Team Elite. Actually, it's Mini over here. He's the one you want to watch.
Hey, BizDog, welcome.
Allied Forces. Sneaks up. He's going to get the flag. Look at this. He went the spawn route. Nobody saw him. Nobody knows he's there. Oh,
Spotted
somebody
now.
saw him.
Yep. Takes out Karma.
Firefight. Mini's still alive, though.
Flanked.
Look at this. Comes around the corner.
Fighting hard.
Oh, no. Lagger
gets him.
shuts him down. He was so close. Merlin, did you see what the spawn time was? If he grabbed the flag, would they have gotten it?
He just missed it by like a second. So, if he would have got it, it would have respawned. They've got another one.
That's
JC's
tragic.
on the flag. Spawn time
look at this.
now.
RWJZ gets it.
There.
And
Very
here's
good.
the respawn.
They should clear the
Full team.
tavern here. They should clear the tavern. They're running straight to the crypt. They're going to lose the flag straight away. This isn't a good way to do it.
Oh, wow. So they're just
They're
going
gonna get the
all
plant.
in for a plant. Yeah, but what good's the plant if you can't respawn at that flag and get a quick grab over here?
Their engineer didn't spawn at the flag. He spawned back.
Oh,
so it's
no.
even worse.
Oh, man.
Oh, cue the sad music. So they've secured it.
Yeah.
And the engineer is nowhere to be found. That is a logistics nightmare.
That's a disaster.
Yes.
Where is he? There he is. H2O, all alone, marching slowly, cautiously. Because you know the flag is, the flag's already gone. It was taken immediately by Team Raw because, as Merlinator pointed out, they did not choose to clear out the tavern. Kind of strange choice when you had a Panzer sitting right there. You know, the least you could do is just shoot one rocket in there to wipe out whatever guys you can. Fantasy saying in the chat, unfair. We got 7:35 on the clock. They could still set a time for sure. And H2O, he's being wise. I'm kind of watching him. He's being extremely sneaky. I'm not going to disclose this guy's location at all, but he's being very, very sneaky. Wolf also, engineer. Oh, no! Elite H2O, he could have gotten away. He gives his position away by shooting a few guys in the back. Comes around the corner, kills out.
Well, let's dial into the Raw war room
This is
here.
bad.
We'll go to Team Raw on defense. They're making it look easy. They should be pretty relaxed.
Yeah, they're slow.
Let's take a listen.
Just coming to the gate now.
Hey, what's up, player?
Incoming.
Are you guys push that?
Yeah, we're
What's
pushing.
coming short?
Yeah, I think they're going short. They're
I'll
not
go back
pushing,
then.
Panzer shot.
Oh, full.
Wow.
And then they spawned then.
40.
Put an RT them around.
44.
They can't find
They're
them.
not short.
They're not long either.
Well,
They
the
are
allies are simply not here.
Then I need to
And I
do
got the flag.
I got flag
One
this
at flag.
one.
They've snuck
Come
through
to
for flag
play on
like
the flank
3 or
or
4 times.
Okay, guys, I got the dynamite at the entrance.
Going back
I put an
down.
RT on the
okay,
crypt. so
here we go.
I don't think about it.
Here
I'm
it
gonna keep
comes.
kill you guys. I'll get the flag back next.
Chuck Norris,
I like
good to see you. Back for his third week in a
back.
row.
Why? What? Oh my god, a stray bullet hit me.
They spawned back.
Yeah,
Still in the white cell.
I got the rape
One
by
is on
fucking
full as well.
random bullet.
Man. Here comes Raw, flowing through the wine cellar, shuts that down fast.
Who's knifing? Oh, you.
Really enjoy having war room coverage for these long and languishing rounds like this.
Couple
We've got
short,
another
two.
5 minutes and 20 seconds.
Too
to
short.
gain.
I have to finish my dynamite.
Go
Nice.
get the cemetery. One of you
Cheeky
has to go
dynamite.
back to the flag. Bully's there, but maybe a medic needs to go there as well.
Yeah,
Take
Flag
go
is up,
Give
too.
me some attacks.
I don't know if they had an edge. I can't remember.
Fly, yeah. Need picks.
I only got
Thank
one
you.
pack left.
All good.
Are you in the wine cellar?
Yeah, I just killed one. Pounces are our spawn.
One is sneaking for 4. Entry.
Behind you now, boy.
No.
Well.
Don't get one.
NG coming tavern soon.
Oh boy,
Yeah, no
H2O
one's
runs
taken.
by the cheeky dynamite. Does
When
not
did
get
they spawn,
blown
by the
out.
44.
You're gonna see a flag grab, H2O. There it
Yeah,
is.
flag.
Me and Bully will get it back though.
And 8
Oh.
seconds to spawn. This could be good.
You got that one.
Oh, but the
Yes,
flag gets
spawn back.
grabbed.
Bully and
Seconds
Playa. That's
away
a
from
nasty
respawn.
combination right there.
Luckily, nobody tapped out.
Nice shot, Alba.
Oh, full as well. Seriously.
Man.
No one covering short, no?
Coming just by the by the bridge there. They have 2 at tower. I think one my never mind. 3 tower.
I'm here, bruh.
Elite is quickly running out of
Yeah, one
time.
tower dead.
I love these
I think we're gonna
Yeah,
go
guys.
soldier flame.
Oh my God.
dynamite plants. They crack me up.
Oh. There's what you were.
Yeah,
What?
well, good position.
Flamer gives me lag. Fuck off, boy. Or you
What is
left.
this dino doing here?
What's the dynamite doing here?
In case they come from short, bro.
Why is this here?
In case I get fucked by a dino.
I got flag.
They got the
Just
flag.
stay one of you. Maybe keep losing.
Flamethrowers out.
Very nice.
Heating things up.
No,
The wine
please.
cellar.
Flag was captured.
Cookums, good job, bro.
Some more.
All right, well, we have some allied penetration. Do they have an
Team
engineer?
30, bro.
Is the question. I don't know. Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching Wolf. Wolf's in.
Smoke.
He's at the graveyard getting shot at though. 15 health. 1 bullet and he.
We've got 2
Plan
MGs
now.
going in now.
I got engines.
All right, here's H2O. He's got the
Okay.
light.
25 people. Gonna
Here
plant
comes a
now.
plant.
He's
Wolf,
got
red
it.
light.
All right.
You're gonna see 2 dynamites.
Nice.
This is how you do it.
Double plant.
Or
They
7.
chop up all.
We need 2 more engines,
Nice.
guys.
Smash is defused. Just running a rush.
There's H2O. Rocking the NG42.
I see that.
Spamming. Just buying time. That's all he's doing. Nice, nice, nice.
Oh, this fucking guy here.
Engineer incoming here. It is
Bully's
Bully.
the engineer.
Flyers out. He's got 2 choices
They're
tonight.
using the
Leading
wrong-
town.
now
Come
he's-
on, Bully, you can do it. 1 defuse. Here's the
Got one of
second.
them.
Here's the second. Can't do it. Can't do it. And
not enough.
Shazam. Blown away. All right. Good try.
They went to the upper one.
Valiant attempt. Not a
Okay.
job I'd want.
Only 2 minutes left on the clock. And,
Let's head out of War Room,
the dynamite's
Sabo.
only just now been blown.
Go ahead.
That's just barely enough time to do it. And I'm watching Raw over here. They're setting up a very solid centric defense all up around the cemetery. Dropping cheeky dynamite at the top here. That's Karma at the far door from the wine cellar. I just don't think Elite's going to be able to do it. They'll be hard-pressed to grab the gold, let alone make a full run. Here comes the push. This is probably their one and only good push to grab the gold right here. Getting shut down in the wine cellar. Look at this. Playa just dominating for Team Raw. And Playa is going to run towards the flag. Toss grenades in
Shot.
the tavern. Look at this. Look at this. Playa's doing a fine job, by the way. If you take a look at his accuracy with the grenade, he's got about 67% accuracy over here. Just nailing grenade kills left and right. Now he's going to move in, grab the flag. No, chooses not
Mirage
to.
blows
Interesting
Bully away.
choice.
Well, this...
Only 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Not going to happen.
Really don't need much commentary here at this point. I think you can
Looking at the...
clearly see the story unfolding.
Yeah, you know, I'm just kind of looking at the Looking at the statistics over here, I see we got a document grab. It's not going to get anywhere, though. Axis forces are just all over it. No, Nero comes out of nowhere. He's only got 5 seconds, grabs the documents. It's not going to go anywhere. Interesting. The top accuracy is going to be Karma over here with 116% grenade. However, that's only slightly behind the flamethrower of Bully. Bully rocking 100% kill accuracy with flamethrowers over here. Dominating with the noob cannon.
I love it when you call it that. Rocking the noob cannon. Well, there you have it. There's the scores.
I don't know.
Pretty one-sided, Merlin.
Yeah, very one-sided. I was surprised at how many times they got the flag, though. I don't think Raw will be taking this fully seriously, but I mean, how I've always treated the group stage and the teams I've been in is like use the group stage as practice in terms of not really running any strats, but just to practice your gun and just try and warm yourself up for the playoffs and then go over strats where you're weak. And I think if the one thing they maybe need to look at is keeping hold of that flag a bit. But I think Elite have done fairly well. I don't think anyone expected anything from them in this game. They've got plants down. They capped one round, albeit very very fortunately. But I'm happy for them at least that they can take something out of this game because it was always going to be difficult. Now they've got a flamethrower set up.
I see that. Yep.
Oh, it's got like 7 flamethrower kills, but unfortunately loads were on his team.
I mean, how often do I get to shoutcast that? Look at that.
5 flamethrower kills. He's killed 5 people with his flamethrower.
It's a barbecue in Village.
Flamethrowers? Yeah.
Could we be seeing the revival goose of a flamethrower defense? Has the weapon just been overlooked
probably try
for 10 years?
It's working.
Alchemist, see you later, my friend.
It's working. I mean, you can tell Raw. I mean, they're not taking it super seriously over here. They're just kind of playing around, having fun with it because they know that they've got this thing completely in the bag. 8:40 on the clock, and here comes the first decent push. Flamethrower shutting these guys down at the door. Wow.
Yeah.
There's a timeout.
Flaming bodies everywhere. Interesting. Okay, so...
And question is somebody lagging out? No. Lag
situation.
Looks fine for both teams.
G-Man.
Yeah, looks like the timeout's going to be called off over here.
Welcome to the Axis Army, following us here tonight. And...
timeouts because of the flamethrower.
Schlol.
Well,
if I'm pronouncing that right, also
it's a legitimate weapon. It can be used. Bully makes the call for Team Raw, though, says...
Can be.
Next spawn, dish the flamethrower. Wolf
hasn't been.
Says I did. So
for 10 years.
We're not going to see flamethrowers being used anymore over here. 8:10 on the clock. And here comes Raw. Allied offense tossing grenades left and right.
I saw Venom.
Haha.
I saw one. I think we have Venom strat set up here in the tavern.
Raw's taking their sweet time getting into the tavern over here. We're not seeing that mad push. Here comes Lagger, full speed, mad crossfire with Venoms. I mean, that's just going to shut you down real fast.
Call it what it is, Sable. Let's hear it. What is it?
It's the noob cannon tactic. That's what it is, absolutely. But you know what? It's working. Here comes nice Panzer on the part of Karma. And we're going to see a second allied push real fast over here. And look at this. This is how you do it. You clean up, run through, grab the flag. That's going to be Bully over there as they make their way towards the wine cellar. 10 seconds for a fresh respawn for Raw. I don't think they're going to tap out. I think Bully is going to come running straight ahead. We're going to see an engineer respawn in just a second, too. Or not. Where is he? They're not going to respawn with an engineer. Very strange. Here he is, Playa. That's the man. Coming up top the wine cellar. I don't see anybody defending at all. Dynamite's down. Yellow light. And players are out.
Nice.
Oh, no. Grenade's going to obliterate this guy.
Right there from Mini.
That was Mini. Beautiful. However, you do have a second engineer over there. I didn't even see that guy. Was it Playa on a respawn? Yeah.
Yeah, he got wrapped.
Well, you've got Red Light sitting here over at the storage crypt. Raw in command of the cemetery. I mean, there's not a whole lot to report on right here. It's slow going, and it looks like Raw is going to just hold a solid defense around spawn. Do a little bit of spawn camping. Now they're going to tap out as the bomb goes off, respawn at the flag, and within a few seconds you're going to see a solid group of guys, allied forces, rushing forward, grabbing the flag, and beginning their slow fight towards the truck. I think they can do it very easily. Play is going to be the one with the documents. Down into the wine cellar. The question, Warwich, is where is the trap?
Well, depends if you ask Admiral Akbar or not. It could be the moon of Endor.
Oh, wow. We got a double soldier tactic.
Just
Might
watch
be
him
some
play it
flamethrower
here.
sort of action.
Fantasy saying, we let you win easily so Warwich can get in another game. Well, thank you. But unfortunately...
That's crazy.
It's all for naught.
Oh. There goes the documents. Venom was on him. Didn't shut him down. Somebody else shoots behind him, though.
There you have it.
Lagger, Raw, picks it up, walks to the truck. Very easy. An unexciting end to the match, Warwich.
It's pretty predictable.
Speeding
Fun.
the time with 4
Quirky.
minutes and 55 seconds over there.
Let me pull up the scoreboard here and officially update it. So there you have it. There you have it.
All right. So that's going to be a 4-0 win right there for Team Raw in their matchup against Team Elite. That is a week number 3 matchup. They've yet to play IDGAF in week 2. That, for the moment, puts Raw in the number 1 position over here.
Yep.
By far in Group 1, as expected, just where we all expected them to be. And from this point on, I think it's pretty much a sealed deal. Raw is going to hold on to that number 1 position. They still have one more match to play in the group stage. That's the IDGAF game, and it's all on their shoulders to deny Raw the number 1 pole position.
Yeah, will that game happen is the question. That remains to be seen. First, let's talk a little bit about the fate of the second match that we promised you guys here tonight. Unity versus FaZe is not going to happen, so that 4-0 blowout, unfortunately, will be all the coverage we have today. I know, Q, again, the sad music. What a nightmare.
Yeah.
All right, well, that being said, Merlin.
So, what was the story on FaZe versus Unity? Could they not field a roster? Is that what the game is?
Well, the drama has extended a little bit more.
Oh, good.
In that, supposedly, Unity players were tired. 1 or 2 Unity players were tired, but those said players are now murking for other teams to play, like practice games.
That's a little weird.
So
yeah,
we're tired.
So,
and now
so they do have 6 available. So they do have Unity do have 6 available, but they just don't want to play.
Strange.
This sounds very familiar to me, but I think if I say less about that, it's probably better. But yeah. So it's interesting to see what the admins decide.
Are you referring to Stable?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what the admins decide here, because these guys have let their voices be known on certain decisions that have been made in the past, very similar situations. So it'd be nice to see what the outcome.
Yeah, absolutely. So is that going to count as a wild card, or are they just going to schedule later on in this week? Is that?
I've got no idea how it works.
Okay.
I think FaZe don't want to play because obviously FaZe want to play, but they don't want to reschedule again because it's pretty much Christmas now. I think from talking to a couple of people, not just people from FaZe, but from FaZe, KH, a lot of teams. Most teams didn't want the cup to start before Christmas, just because if you have the last day of the schedule on the 22nd or the 21st, it's really tight. I mean, how tight is that? I can't play until after today. I'm not really going to be online until the new year because I've got family stuff, and I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people.
That's the same for just about everybody right here. I mean, it's a big holiday. Everybody's got things to do. And it's really tough on those guys who've used wild cards and need to reschedule, because the time to do it is going to be right here during the break. I think it's, what, January 6th is when we're coming back with the playoffs over here?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's something like that. So, you know, like the Birds against Pew Pew, if that's not played in the next 2 days, I can't see it really be played for a while. And there's so many games to be played, Raw, IDGF. And I think the first thing you want to do as an admin is limit the amount of forfeits you can by just scheduling the games properly. So hopefully it gives a couple of the teams more time. We'll see how it goes. I mean, there is the time between the 2nd and the 5th of January. In terms, that's like, I think it's 2 or 3 game days effectively. So, but yeah, it's down to the admins what they decide.
So we will track the interesting events as they unfold. This is something clearly, Sable, that we're no stranger to in the world of Wolf. Right around this time, every cup, things start to get kind of sullied and start to bog down.
Well, I mean, it's not.
Wild cards get thrown around.
It's not just Wolf.
Yeah, well, yes, it's the holidays.
It's not just Wolf. I mean, just about every league, every game, everything kind of slows down right around the holiday season over here. So it's interesting. Yeah, we're coming up on what should be the end of week 3 over here. We've got a lot of games still yet to be played in week 2. Some of these groups are really lagging behind over here. Group 1 being probably the worst off. Group 2 has a lot of games that have yet to be played as well. Of course, we've got the National Owners versus G-Stars game, which was played, but due to the whole NACG hacking, cheating sort of thing, it's actually going to be replayed later on. That's a decision on the part of both the tournament admins and G-Star's voice being a really good sport, saying, no, we won't take the forfeit when we'll play again on a fair battlefield. So we're waiting on that one as well. And that's actually a very interesting one, because it could go really anybody's way. Group 3, pretty much finishing out. We only have 2 more matches to go in that one. The Turbo Dare versus Rusty did not happen today, so presumably that'll be in the near future. Hopefully we can cover that. And then the real interesting one, which is Cave versus KH, which is probably going to determine whether or not Cave goes on to the playoffs or Rusty goes off. It's that one's really up in the air, and it's one to watch. Group 4 is nearly done, though. Pew Pew versus the Birds, the only one left to play, and the question is, when is that going to happen? And when it does happen, that's going to determine number 2 spot.
I would venture to say sometime next weekend.
Okay, so we're going to keep our ears to the communications tower. We're going to be bringing you all the information. As we find it out, we'll share it with you, and we'll try to get coverage for as many games as we possibly can. So a lot of question marks here at the moment, but hang tight. You have some games coming up. Let's take another look here, or our first look at the overall stats, which, as you can tell, Merlin, Sabo, Goose, not pretty. At least if you're Team Elite.
Very one-sided.
Let's see what we got. Oh, wow. That is ugly, ugly, ugly. Look at the total kill efficiency right there. Raw, 2.11. That's 200% over 0.47 for Team Elite. Everything's in the red for these guys. Damage given, very, very low. I mean, yeah, absolutely. And that's basically what we saw in the game. It really did not come down to strategies or tactics at all. It came down to Team Raw easily out-fragging these guys over here in a one-on-one firefight. Team Raw players would always come out on top. And it wasn't until they started doing unconventional tactics, such as flamethrowers and venoms, that Elite started getting a couple of kills on there.
Yeah, let me take a look here.
But you can compensate for that, and Raw certainly did.
Well, there we go. We've got the weapon stats here. As always, MP40. Flamethrower accounts for 11 of the kills, so that's cool. Venom gets 4. 9 for 1. Dynamite, Cheeky Dynamite got 1, and the crew served MG42. So we saw kind of a colorful Goose, a colorful Birds addition to the weaponry.
Yes.
Bird strat. Yeah, so there you have it.
Well, it wasn't the Cheeky Dynamite. That was an attempted defusal of the dynamite that didn't quite pan out over there. And I think that was Team Raw defusing on the last round right there.
He went for the upper dyno when it was the low. Blew up on it.
Interesting thing, we've seen that twice. Team Raw did it once, and then Team Elite did it. You see the double dynamite plant over there, which is kind of a risky tactic, because obviously the engineer is not particularly armed to the hilt, with the exception of his grenades. He doesn't have a heck of a lot of health. So running 2 engineers can weaken your offensive push. But hey, if it works, and both teams really made it work over here, you can really fool an engineer trying to defuse. If they pick the wrong dynamite first, then they're screwed. And in both cases, they pick the wrong one. It's 50-50, flip the coin.
So there you have it. Again, a lot of question marks in the future here, but I have faith that the admins here will lock down the chaos, and we'll have our matches assigned and ready to go here in the coming days for the Asus Alliance Cup. Now, Merlin, what is with the spam in channel? I'm not one to start banning people, but relax. So how long of a break are we looking at here, Merlin? I guess we have a one-day cup coming up here in the future. We might have 1 or 2 more games happening this week, maybe, depending on how things look.
Yeah, I would assume if any games were to happen, they would happen tomorrow. And looking at the schedule, I don't think there are any booked in for tomorrow just yet. But if any games were to happen, they would happen tomorrow. I think you can write off the 24th, the 25th, the 26th for most people, including yourselves, no doubt. Maybe the 29th and the 30th, but it's really down to how chaotic people's schedules are, because this is, like, for me, I know I'm booked up until the 2nd, pretty much. So other than that, I guess we've got the one-day cup in January, which would be on the 5th of January.
Looking forward to that.
Yep.
Will you be here, though, Sabo?
So I'll
No. I literally have no Sundays off, and as I said, I'm only home for 8 days throughout the entire month, so it's going to be pretty rough for coverage.
We will try, if there are any games coming up here tomorrow, we will try to get those covered for you. After that, we're going to have somewhat of a transmission blackout, but that's unsurprising. The holidays are here, so everyone feel free.
It's holiday time.
Celebrate. Have fun. Then we'll be back January 5th.
Allied bombing, stopping the Axis war machine.
Exactly. Ain't right. Then we'll be back January 5th for our one-day cup with revamped rules so that they don't last 7 hours. And then the Asus Alliance Cup will ramp up yet again, as we'll be heading, hopefully, at that point, very soon into the playoffs, and the games are going to get real tight and real fun. So congratulations here tonight to Raw, who dominate 4-0, and a salute to Elite. I had fun with them, Sabo. They didn't win, but good sportsmanship, and they had a lot of fun.
Exactly. It's interestingly played, particularly with the flamethrowers. So Team Raw taking the #1 pole position on Group 1, and they're probably going to stay there.
Right. So on behalf of Lieutenant Goose, of Merlin, Sabo, and the Axis Goat Airwolwich saying good games, good night. Sorry that we do not have a second match for you. But this recording will be available immediately on Twitch, and you can head over to Warwitch on Facebook to track all the upcoming games. So you guys have been great. We'll see you soon. Good night.
Good night.
See you later. Auf Wiedersehen.